Chedan zoye zonam la janjo bardo dani gyabzon je dage jin son je ve son dola benje son je do varai jo son je chedan zoye zonam la janjo bardo dani gyabzon je dage jin son je ve son Rola benje sanje do varaijo sanje chedan zoye zonam la janjo bardo dani kyapson je dage jinzo jebe sonam di rola benje sanje do varaijo. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Rather may free in this practice, I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And rather may free in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings.
야, 다 계산. 이제나 다 가서 그래. 이인도출 율전율쟁인도출 때도 깨점을 잘 했어요. 디디가라 즉파게 제바제 삼로당 야니양도 삼로당과도 뺏겨진 버려 했어요. 등업에 주당 tumba시 고 이지텔 바보고 와라. 근데 삼로만 보지 마다나 아니 런도 체야라 가버려 했어요.
So what we covered before about the the basis from the three parts, the basis, in order to establish the reality of the basis, one needs to think again and again, and used logical analysis to establish the reality of the basis, because what we are trying to establish should, accord with what is reality.
사회 낭배 최고람배 몽대기 제나 민디바지 그때빠데 제바제니 이치기 때빠니베 이치고네 배기 연된 통고네 때빠지 고고하래. 간지 제바제도 시작했지 무슨 거래 좀 된대게 세제다게 세니도 라바탈라 나이 가서 송도와 근데 빼게 침부지는 제바제데 할레비 답하기 이급자다 맞아 휘따로 당해기 합시 연애면도 제바제데
Basically, in Buddhism, practice simply out of or based on a blind, faith is not appropriate. The faith, belief that we have, must come out from seeing the qualities of the positive qualities of the practice or doctrine. And what is important is, analysis. And this, as you know, is strongly emphasized by Buddha himself by saying, just like you examine the purity of the gold by, scratching, cutting, and rubbing. So likewise do with my teaching, not because, don't show me faith because I'm just, I'm Buddha. So because the analysis is the sort of instrument that makes the teaching quality more better or much purer. So therefore, analysis is very very important in practicing Buddhism here.
아니 즉 맞아 최세된 전부는 두타 요하데 매우 망부지어야 돼. 두타 예외 나는 최루 나네 즉 망부 아니 배 취지 바게 인주연맹에 되네 나니다 즉 바게 크리스천단 주단 이슬람한테 차거할 때 이나야 낭바 텔레타나 민보리 용어래 돼. 이나 점된데 랑기 람텐다 되잖아. 두타 젠다 만다 뜬다 젠다 말아 점된데 가르sun 거래. 저런 동일 땡샤게 취되라 이체 맞지 제바치는 신 이시체서 숨어. 들어와 침부지로 와. 젠바 아니페 딘도 이 nga tepa chegoris ni labadi chegoris kanang do ti chepa chembo do te indi kala chepa che kokable tu ko chepa che de pe misu te chegoris.
And generally, when we look at the different faith and practice on this earth, we see different religion, and some religion has philosophy as a part of the practice, and some doesn't. And so when we look at the many religion like Christianity, Jew, Hinduism, they have guilt to the yorse.
To the yote in a mimor mangsho chade.
And this religion has philosophy and most kind of populated religion. And as compared to this, Buddhism is less kind of less people who involve or who follows Buddhism. But in Buddhism, as we said before, what you find is the based on analysis, and then from analysis, analytical practice, one should have a faith and belief. So when Buddha mentioned about the necessity of the analysis or examination or investigation as the foundation, this itself kind of tells kind of how courageous Buddha as a founder of the Buddhism. Because when we look at many other faiths, we see that the founder says that you need to follow my teachings. And so when we come across these teachings of Buddha that we need to analyze and investigate, we should be using this opportunity and do our best to investigate and analyze.
다 힌두인아니 질부바테도 룽당 리바니가 땡인데 때마다 같이 다 길시엔제 유도도 망제 룽장바마도 리바 땡입니다. 딘디가 낭바데 룽다 리바니는 리바초 다 남베나니 바이 너데바 인제데 리바초 지기도 딘디가라 리바초 지기가라 체투지 자원 늘자되기 리베 제바치는 녜싱이나 네바 때문이비거니 대바지게 바이나 네바 때문이 냠솔라와이나 아니 하게 두자다마손 양다바지 라게 여인상 아니 리바초 지기가 와데스
힌두도 지엔 가르쳐는
힌두 이 룽다리 빠니가 디지기도 와 힌두 나는 전 질부바데 그래
근데 힌두 가가
어떤 인 알레 가가래 젠데 힌디는 티가 어데테 순다.
So when we look at the different faith, for example, Hindu religion used both kind of scriptures and a logical investigation. They used both. They based on both, and then some other faith like Islamic Christianity seems to remain using more or based more on kind of scriptures. They tend to stick on the scriptures instead of kind of using more logical investigation. But when we look at the Buddhism, we find, it's kind of there is a scripture as well as the based upon logical investigation. But logical investigation or examination is considered as more important than simply relying upon scriptures. So the reason is, when we use the analytical process or analysis, it generates a stronger conviction of what the practice is, and therefore the practice that you do, which is a conclusion of your result of your analysis, it has more more validity, so more kind of heavier weight than practice which isn't based on analysis.
다 낭바 있나? 또 리바치 거래. 이나양 이응업에 내줄 거랑라. 통왕 원줄 원순sem이 물류인데게 카투다 유대 일제 테니 네바냐에 왔지. 찍지. 아니 대사마인 봐. 삼로지다는마다 함을 거야. 오늘 중세 권줄 삼로다 유전 잘네. 아니 하고야지. 중세 권줄. 때나 리톰보이나 리데 파저를 팔길라 매와 마통하지. 두에 두와 규전도 전에 이때는 매와 뻗어야. 근데기 중세 권줄. 아니 딱 뭐네. 즉 신도 권줄. 즉 말한서 내 땅보고 낭미도 pen. 점된 데기 윤리인데게. 캠비 이식이 윤리인데게. 근데 양 중세 권줄만 보죠. 이게 다 롱라이. 롱체마. 룽체마에 점된데 소바를 좀 세바 좀 많이 봐. 룽데라 랑기 제바지. 중세 권주당. 통왕 원주 때문에 차라 무슨 세면 너바메 봐. 중세 권주 때문에 차라 랑기 유전 거 따고 있니? 아니 중세 권 지바스면 너바메야. 된디 짐바 하고. 아니 중고 같이 걸두면 되게. 도견면 되게. 된디 짐바 하고니. 아니 다 된디게 중데. 다 점된데. 원에 숭데라 소스 제바치사 원율 인데게 무슨 세마게 왕배율당 이게 무슨다 대족이 바게 제바체네 즉 다다 라쳐야 인데게 중세 권주도 제바스마 유진제네 라천데도 단디 원에 율고랑 하장 탐모 인사 나랑도 율도 마주래 점된데 에니베 숭아주 제바체긴데라 갈두민도 도겸민도 인디가라 점된데 송네 다 인기레선 텐데 고갑질라 에니페 룽 귀신 지고야데 송도와 네숨파림 포에나 룽덴바니 케빌루 송도와 그때 베미즈케 개침버레스 네숨바 보용도가라 중세 권줄인지 신도 권줄이 율라 에니 룽덴이야데 케빌루레 송고아데스 오늘 이치제
And this, we mentioned this before. When we look at the object, as the basis, we categorize, object into kind of three levels based on comprehension. The first one is, something that we can perceive directly. And that refers to phenomena. When we perceive, there is a direct kind of encounter of subject and object, like eye organ seeing the whatever the object that you are seeing, and the second level is slightly hidden phenomena. So kind of three levels of phenomena: slightly hidden phenomena. In order to understand the slightly hidden phenomena, we need to rely upon reason. And the typical example here, we mentioned this before too. When you see a smoke coming from the other side of the mountain, you can conclude using reason that there is a smoke, there is a fire on the other side of the mountain because there is a smoke. So inferential logic. And then third is extremely hidden phenomena. In order to establish or understand this, well, we must rely upon what we in Buddhism call scriptures, valid scriptures. So when we look at this, what we see is kind of three levels of phenomena, and they are for the three different levels of phenomena, there are three types of ways of knowing these three. The first one is direct valid cognitive mind. The second is inferential cognitive, and then third is scriptural scriptural. So especially the third one, when we say scriptures, that scripture has to be also kind of valid, because when we talk about the third level of phenomena, extremely hidden, there are lots of things that we ordinary human being won't be able to perceive or see or know, and for those the phenomena which already has been perceived by enlightened beings or Buddhas, and in order to understand the reality of those phenomena which are extremely hidden to us, we need to rely upon scriptures. So there are such phenomena because the scripture says so. This is how kind of scriptures is used in Buddhism. So also therefore kind of it says that when we look at these three levels of phenomena and how to understand this, what it means to understand these three levels of phenomena, if you rely upon scriptures to understand the extremely hidden phenomena, then this is considered as the kind of learned or experts. They do this kind of examination, or they use these three levels, especially the third one, in order to understand or comprehend the different levels of phenomena.
What the Nigala? Only lung de cook. It's a lebated mother. Lung de Yomare. What the Nigala? Jose Conto that is lung semi Jose Conto, Shin Conto. What is the Ombajagore? And it has a Muji diatizo, Muji Musum diatizo, Sita Samlatami to at the neck and Mare. Samlatanda, Muji Musum deso, Yaniando, Samatan, Muji Musum di, those Chivaina, the Ribu Wojala Pingire. Any Muji Musum dini, any the Yamla Janaja, and Naranzo, Dondegina, that Yundu, me. 미지가 차잖아. 미지기 시엔 연된전에 세야 되당 미지 락삼전에 세야 니도아. 땡이나 무지두게 도아. 락삼전에당 연된전이라. 연된들라 잠배 연된 용거리 깨톱기식 셔러봉의 연된 용거리 연된들 가만 보는 거. 락삼식인데 딱 깨톱기 즉 잠배 연된지래. 오늘 즉 바기 탑기 차차리요. 보다 땡이라 무지 무슨디 도스체. 아니 랑 나가래. 바기 윤된진 차도고. 락삼진 차도고. 와라 삼진 이 차도나 랑게 애니페 미젠라 펜베 레가시 까서 찍어도 니마 찍나라. 락삼진 이나 Lily Jawan the Dugunundo. Those Muji Digi Muji de Pagi Che Koranla Dini Jasha Maimba. Muji the deeds and a Rangutola Papche. Any so Jebache. Any Lasam Gemena, Lasam Jimbade. Pa Churuju. Yundenjamena, Jangni, Indenjel Churuju. Those Jena and Kaji Kasori. Repeat La Chebachemi, don't go to Chabari. Dusine, Yamne Jarwade, Ketchimbre. You Pumpa the Kawas on the Jilla, Kunga Galvarete, Tindis on the Jilla, Chi Mubuzujin, Jangjang Mujindi, any non util payme Chavina, Pendoyo Mares. Chepat Chene, Yang Chik Suso Tinala, Dusine, Utola Kelea Yogaji, so to be at the Ketchimbre.
And these sort of things, as we mentioned before, 3 levels of phenomena, and then try to kind of have the understanding when to use the scriptures. So we mentioned before, when you encounter extremely hidden phenomena, that's the time where so you use scriptures to rely upon to establish their existence or validity or reality. And also should be helpful, as we mentioned before, about 3 or 4 different possibilities between two phenomena or 2 things. And these 3 or 4 ways of possibility of comparing 2 things, this kind of analysis is helpful in kind of opening one's knowledge, one's analytical understanding of the things, and should be also helpful for one's practice. And for the external phenomena, we used for example 2 things like vase and pillar. So how many possibilities are between these 2? If some phenomena is vase, does it has to be pillar? Or if it is pillar, does it has to be vase? Are there any things that are neither both, or are there any things which are both? So there are different kind of possibilities that you can use to to find using between 2 things. And this we use a lot this for external phenomena, but we can also use these kind of comparative or possibilities for for one's own practice. For example, when we look at ourselves, the 2 qualities, for example, knowledgeable and person with special intention. So you look at these 2 things and then try to kind of look at one person. Is this person knowledgeable, or is this person person with a special intention or special thought? So for the person who is knowledgeable, who is intelligent, that knowledgeable person could be knowledgeable based on different ways of learning, because there are some people who are knowledgeable through learning, through practice, and then there are some group of people who don't need to go through the process of learning, but they are innately or instinct, they have an instinct of knowledge. So there are we mentioned about 2 groups. One is people intelligent and or knowledgeable, and then there's people with a special intention. So special intention, which is more kind of method side when we look from the perspective of method and wisdom, and special intention is considered as the positive qualities. So you can look at one person and then try to kind of use the possibilities. Is that person with a knowledge or with a special intention? Does that same person has both qualities or not? Or does that person possess only special intention, positive qualities, and not knowledgeable? So kind of use this possibilities to 3 or 4, and then if you don't have both, then try to kind of practice and try to possess these different qualities. So these are the ways that you can use for one's own practice. Although, as we said before, generally we tend to use these 4 and 3 and 4 possibilities between 2 phenomena only for the external phenomena.
Karena 연된진 라섬진 무신도로 미도. 네가 이거 문도와. 여러분 시즌잖아. 연된진 할레베 연된다. 여러분 시즌 연된진이야. 락섬이 나간다진데. 요거 주제 집안이 야자네. 연된 바진 되고 막 사람도 부지에 책임이다. 되게 락섬 체지다 자와에도. 같이 니지 영원도 규네 즉 yenla pendende ji juna dele la samji yo marwa la samde niji le bagi dungal hajo dungal selegi daki chao nyambe loji ngang genke tindu ne chegu samsamji udo niji la samla ne jambala samdela ya ne jenge dewadan dendedi daki chao ngen gen ngalang gan tisang ne chegu du si denji udo niji la samdela jambala sam niji la sam ni jang udo 근데 이거가 네가 임바 täm그럼 지잖아 머리에 땡 떠니 님이도 얘네다 니지 뭐니 장독이 있는데 푸드 중에 연댕인지 가지라 아니 라삼 된데 마초게 아니 랑이 연댕데 돌아 땅에 망보지도 통저지도 그러 가지 라삼이나 그 준비니 연댕 마장에 떠니 아니 배 양한테 렌댕에 용도와 니 가야 멤버들 돈도 선전에 강비어 봐 어떤 도스지네 무지자고 무지지 디니 무지의 파 쟁간란 디니 자기 말해 다티 나니 라라 가주지 상도 가주 상미도 따바이나 냠lên 자서 어떻게 아주 제바제니 타던디 냠lên 자래요 또 제바이나 제바지 땅장제 지 뭐벌 제바제니 로션데 singular capping mare dus jine jebaina une phenda yo kare jibin gojela pengere rangi nyamle la ne tu chela pengere tento chumba.
So looking back at the two kind of nature of the human, we mentioned knowledge, special intention, so we can use these two phenomena or qualities, and then we kind of look at the people and try to kind of see how many possibilities between these two things. And when we look at, for example, somebody who possesses both, we can cite His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, of course, and that His Holiness, of course, is knowledgeable, learned, well, highly educated person. At the same time, he possesses the highest level of special intention, and the special intention here, as you know, is always thinking and benefiting other sentient beings, and this we can say that there is no higher level of special intention than what His Holiness possesses, and His Holiness, as you know, is has the highest level of compassion, and here the special intention actually is the Tibetan word is laksam, which if you look at the sevenfold cause and precept of generating altruistic mind, this is the sixth one, the special intention, and the special intention here again kind of we can classify into special intention based on compassionate mind and special intention based on loving kindness. So, or you can say compassionate special intention and loving special intention. And the compassionate special intention, as you know, that compassion, having a strong desire, to makes other sentient beings separate from their suffering, and special intention is that I'm the one that is going to make this happen, separating sentient beings from the suffering, and this is the special intention of compassion or compassionate special intention. And loving kindness special intention is wishes or desire may sentient beings be together with the happiness. And again, the special intention of this love or loving kindness is I'm the one, will make this happen, or I'm taking a responsibility of making this, reality. So you can see here the two types of, special intention. And so basically, what we are looking at here is somebody who possesses both, these two qualifications. We can, cite His Holiness. And then there could be, people who have only one who possess only one of these, like the first one, knowledgeable person who has kind of, innately knowledgeable, educated, but who lack kind of some level of, or doesn't possess much of the special intention. So there could be a person very educated but not much of special intention, and that's the second. And then third is there could be a person who possess a high level of special intention but didn't got opportunity to go to school, so therefore not educated but highly special, possess high level of special intention. And then the fourth level could be simply, animal who possess nothing. And we can cite neutral phenomena, inanimate objects like, vase and pillar. So what we can see here is kind of, we can, the four possibilities, somebody who possesses both, somebody who possesses first but not the second, somebody who possesses second but not the first, and somebody who doesn't possess both. So the important thing here is when we look at these qualities, what we need to be doing is investigate and examine whether these positive qualities are within yourself, whether you possess these positive qualities or not. So if you don't, then involve into the practice and try to generate these positive qualities within yourself. And when you do that, you are actually practicing, generation of these positive qualities within yourself. So as said before, when we try to use these, possibilities, between two phenomena, it is not only, this shouldn't be only kind of means or method to understand the nature of external phenomena. Rather, we should be using these kind of, comparative, possibilities of two things to benefit, help, grow or develop our own, mind, to benefit our own mind. So therefore, as said before, these are four possibilities. I don't know what is the perfect, exact translation. In Tibetan, we just use word mu, which, 3, 4, 5, 3, yeah, mushi musim. So in English, it just says kind of possibilities, so 3 or 4 possibilities. So, when you look at this, using this, analytical process to understand the reality, it could be immense benefit for opening your logical, approach or understanding, and then it is also helpful in your practice.
제바체 양양도 삼다이나 니 가지 셰다이니나나 다지 가르치기나 코 편다 용인 저게 제바 오늘 제샤가 미지나 제만에 미지기 뒤와다나 뒤와데 버기네 땅용데가나 랭게라 삼다이 코레지요 이마도 삼로 코르 말와 방본을 코 이자는 마도 거디나 삼단데 있나 미지 뒤와다나 텔레랭 cap쳐서듯이 램성 삼나 코레요. 이디 장배동 바기 즉 시럽 뉴르부리 켜버 시버래. 시럽 때라 자파 뉴르와 살바즈는 망부치기도. 와도 또 지네. 아니 나도 다 도스지네. 즉 제바치 양양도 삼노당. 아니 이 삼노당샤교 뜬다 가래인다. 잠재라 소바. 아니 배 동이도베 타왈라 소바. 되게디 라가 창도 믿고 고유제는 믿고 뜻하고 그래. 되게 개변 가르도. 장배 인데기. 개변이나 캡사데 다 경구도마다 캡사데 랭거와. 되게 좀 뭐지. 캡사는 도비나 대이 따모니 후기다 하게 미 두자 미율도 말아봐 차려. 대마도 캡산데 말렘 받지. 경 대사데 나랑 좀 민도비 동al 쓰기도 와. 남부진 민들이 동할때 유 미주얼 팬 용거와 이 유주는 지금 매매도 용해 고자리요 또 지네 간지 삼무당 모두 제바제 양내양도 삼무당 거래 살지 말이 니 말이 네 네번이네 버도 네번이네 학원에 자셔야 말이 길 꼼질된 거다 옴색도 제곰다 조om색도 샤곰색도 그 돈다다 하마고데 티 당예데 로라진 티 당예데 양양도 삼무당 이 돈달랭이야게 답시지는 돈기가 뭐 티 크라발스기도 와 어떻게 나이지 게폴란두 크라발 땡구거라 어때 돈다 게포디 티 랄 땡구레 티 들로진 티 디그네 게포들레 돈다들레네 제미주 양티르 티기 펜도 용과 티 미제라 돈도나 티 미제라 스타핑그리 어디 티기 지den차가니 된중승인데 또 수용과 이배 개발 전부도 어디 티기 양내도 오바제도 빼게 전부래.
So what we mentioned just before is simply an illustration example, and when you get back, to your home later, or other time than class, you can use different, pick up any kind of two different things, and then you can use this kind of, analytical or, the possibilities. What are the, how many possibilities are between these two things, and try to kind of, look at the and try to think again and again, and analyze, and because the more you spend time thinking, these things, the easier would be later when you kind of study text, and it will be easy to kind of come up in your mind to give response to this kind of study. So because when we look at the different types of intelligence, or we can find intelligence, kind of quick intelligence, and then there are another type, profound and deep, intelligence, and then there are intelligence which are kind of based on clarity, clear intelligence. So this way of practice will help you to kind of gain a quick intelligence, what we call in Buddhism. When you look at the things and somebody asks you a question, or there's a doubt, your mind will quickly able to respond, because of the practice that you've been doing for yourself. So again, under the analysis or investigation, examination, you can look at the these different qualities like love, compassion, understanding of wisdom, realizing emptiness. What are these things? Are these necessary for us or not? What are the benefits of learning these things? You can ask this question and try to kind of go deeper. And because when you do that, through this process, it is helping you to not lose your objective. When you raise question for yourself and try to answer this question, because we know that the suffering, are the things that we don't want, and suffering that we don't want, and if you if we keep planting the seed of the suffering, of course, the suffering is the one that we will be only experiencing because of what we have been doing. So, I try to understand and put into practice the relationship between cause and effect here. And because the more you think, or the more you spend time contemplating, the stronger you will have a conviction of whatever the subject or topic that you are spending time. And then the third level, as we said, will the meditation. So contemplation and meditation. Again, for the meditation, as you know, analytical meditation, single-pointed meditation and meditation of kind of reflective meditation or reflection of meditation. The reflection here refers to, you learn the text and later you just kind of reflect the meaning of the words that you learn. So here, the words are helping you to understand the meaning. And when you forget the meaning, again, you need to rely upon the words to kind of, give you the memory of the meaning. So we mentioned this before, the word is like a, old person having a difficulty to walk, without relying upon walking stick. And the walking stick, and the old person is like the meaning, and the walking stick is like words. So, to wood able to stand up and to be independent has to be rely upon this walking stick of, the meaning has to rely upon the, words. So you can see here the interdependency between the word and, the meaning. So therefore kind of understanding, again, you can see here the understanding of interdependency between, the words and the meaning. So these are the things that, you can think about, when we think about kind of the different levels of possibilities.
아니 듀타 가르쳐 되지 개발충을 공을 가르쳐 그래 누리 리바탄다디 누리 리바들 장에 미치기 나와 숨 누리 리바지 장이나 리바 이렇게 땡땡이 계속 타면 그래 잠베야 곰네 소아 때문에 나와 치즈진 잠베야 아니면 생각하다 봐이나 리바 여기 로만을 대좀 레스 숨과 다음 숨가도 유장을 숨때 이제도 많이
There's there's one lama named Tutagar, and he Tutagar. Tu is the region in the eastern Tibet. Kam and Tagar is the name of the monastery, so therefore the name of the Rinpoche is Tutagar. And Tutagar, the Rinpoche said that studying the basic of logic, or the foundation of the logic will be so if you learn and study the Tibetan word Duda, is the basic study of the logic. If you study Duda, there is no doubt that you can develop highly of your ways of logic study, analytical study. But if you relying upon try to have the vision of Manjushri, which is the wisdom of Buddha wisdom, and for 1 month, at the end there is no guarantee that you will improve your the level of So here he kind of emphasized how important is the study of the basic knowledge of logic or Buddha.
The one is ko jabache yondugala susupet 니신이니 버도 삼당고 거라 삼당도 갈지 도와 삼 뒤지래가 코라는 신기 배 디규전 자고 거라 다 점배야 원인 점배야 코라 라다 셔럽길라 저탄제 캠바랑수 차되겠는데 아 랑경 원이 미남 장야당 기존 맨나 삼지 사제 용통 말와 제리지기 투직 짱짱기 라경마로 랑게 때나지 미남 짱에다 강가고구로 와 상야 가고도 와 주저진 드신 가서 일중자 나일라 갈카게나 나와 지으시 때니 미남 짱 때리가 갈카고로 와 이거 된디기 에네베 지 가게 니남 세보다 되네면나 아니 잠베야 뚜뚜야 가보러.
So the basic, study of the logic is important because it, requires a lot of, as we said before, analysis, analytical study, and for the analytical study, what it requires is again a lot of contemplation, thinking over again and again, and the end result here is we are looking for. Understanding generated through strong conviction, and in order to reach to that point, you need to go through kind of, series of hardship, hard, long kind of, process of thinking again and again, using a logic, evidence, and proof, and so therefore it is not, easy. Of course, Manjushri, which is considered as the, the combination, or which possess the wisdom of all Buddhas. Manjushri symbolize that as a Buddha of wisdom. Although from Buddha's side, it's with all these qualities, but in order to have the vision and of the Manjushri, it also needs effort from your side as a practitioner. You need to have good practice of visualization of the deity, and different process of generations of thoughts and meditation. So you have to have all these practice that need from your side. So it might not be easy kind of having entire process perfect completely. So we know that it is how hard it is even to sit and have a good meditation for 1 hour. So for 1 month of serious practice of Manjushri won't be easy to do some.
Yeah. What is India? 유전자라 순도 가사 셰파 주지긴다 순데디 다 결실지 먹어지지 아니 유고요 결실 또스지 아니 생zam바도 또스 먹어지 감사.
So what we mentioned before, until now is about the object, and for the subject, as what we are doing is just kind of review of what we have, covered last class. So for the subject, there are 3 person consciousness and terms. So we'll take a break.